Oh, yes. Hello, children. Hello. Thank you for letting me come here today. Yes, if everyone would please have a seat or whatever it is. What do they normally do, Mr. Teacher person? Is that what they call you, teacher? Okay. All these little children. Yes, you can look. Don't touch me. Don't touch my dress. All right. Yes, it's thank you. Yes, it is very beautiful. Thank you for noticing that. Okay, I know how children are. I know you people don't wash your hands. Oh, it's nothing against you, teacher, individual. It's just that I know that, you tend to be a little grimy. So, if you would just stay back, actually, yeah. Teacher, person, can you just draw like a little line down here where they can't get any closer to me? That, oh, well, I'm sure they're very well behaved, but yeah, well, it never hurts to be sure. I don't want them, you know. Well, I mean, I'm sure you understand. I mean, look at me. So, okay, is everyone settled? Well, thank you. It is good to be here at this, what is it called again? Camden Elementary School. Well, it's wonderful to be here today, and it's so nice to see you. So, do you know why I'm here today? No, it's not Halloween. No, this is, no, honey, for me, this is Wednesday. This is not Halloween. I dress this way. Okay? Halloween, I might dress up as something, really out there. Like, I might dress up like you or your teacher. If I'd really have to scrape, but I'm sure I could find something that mundane. No offense. So today, yeah, we're here for story time, children. We're going to read a story today. Well, no, the principal told me no, I can't read someone else's story because the principal told me that I might get a copyright strike for that. So today we have a new story that none of you have ever heard. I know you haven't because it's about a very fabulous life. It's the life of a princess. Yeah. You're absolutely going to love it, I promise. Well, it's important to stay hydrated. Your mommy stays hydrated this way too? Well, sounds like your mommy's a lot like me then, sort of. So anyway, everybody ready? Well, the crown may be relevant, maybe. We'll just have to listen to the story and see. So this is an original story written by a fabulous, sparkly person. Okay? The name of this totally unique story is Charity Ella. Charity Ella, kind of like Cinderella, but better. Okay, and on the first page, this is kind of a picture book. So on the first page here, you can see Charity Ella, and she is very sparkly. What? Her nose? Well, honey, this is back when Charity Ella was very young, and before the means came along to get a nose job. So Charity Ella was beautiful, but not quite beautiful as she would be. Okay, so we all have flaws, and they're beautiful, sort of. Okay, once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Charity Ella, and she lived in a very small castle called a duplex outside of Camden when she was young, and she had big dreams for her future. She what? Oh no. She had dreams of one day being very sparkly and fabulous. She always knew she could be fabulous if she just had the chance. Charity Ella lived in an enchanted kingdom called Camden. And inside the same kingdom lived a sad old man. Now you see here how sad he is. Look at him with his little sad brown hat. And there are rain clouds up above him. You see that? And they're raining down on the sad old man. They're making it even harder for him to be happy. So we should all feel very sorry for the sad old man who lived in the kingdom. But one day, the clouds parted, and into the sad old man's life came bright sunshine. A bright ray of light came into his world. You might even say it was a sparkly light. He became acquainted with a very sparkly light. And what do you think happened to the sad old man after that? How do you think he felt with this bright ray of light that had just come into his world? That's right. That bright, sparkly ray of light turned a sad old man into a happy old man. And you see, he has this happy face, a little smile, and he is bright yellow. And he still has his little ugly hat, which the bright ray of light was not able to convince him to get rid of, but he was still much happier with his new sparkly friend. And can you guess who that sparkly friend was, boys and girls? Charity Ella. That's right. You know, sometimes it's wonderful to be able to come into someone's life and make it better for them. Oh, that's right, teacher. Individual. Yeah, of course. We need to look out for one another. And it doesn't matter if they're rich or just a little rich, or maybe, there's a chance they might one day be rich. We want everyone to be happy. Yeah. So, the money doesn't matter as long as they're, as long as they have some. So along with this happiness in this man's life came a cascading array of beautiful things for his sparkly friend who had brightened his world. He rewarded his sparkly friend with many gifts. And there was a rain of money just came raining down. And you can see the happy faces and the hearts here. He was so happy. And he made his sparkly friend Charity Ella very happy as well. And everything was wonderful for the happy old man and Charity Ella at this point. Now, what do you suppose comes after that, boys and girls? They all lived happily ever after? Well, maybe in fairy tales, which aren't true, but sometimes in real life things don't go that way. As much as we might like them to, sometimes there's not a happily ever after. But at this point, in the midst of this raining bunch of money and happiness, which goes together, not always, thank you, teacher, person, not always, but it's awfully hard to be sad in a Porsche. What a surprise. Look what happened. Can you guess what happened at this point for Charity Ella and the happy old man? He asked her to marry him. That's right. It looks like a what? A donut? Well, no, honey, no. You need to forget what donuts look like if you want this life. Okay, sweetheart? This is a diamond ring like this. You see? This is what can happen when you're sparkly and you brighten the day of a sad old man sometimes. You bring this beautiful thing into the world, into your life, and then you can be a happy princess. Very beautiful. What? You know what, teacher lady? If you want to just step out and go knit a sweater or whatever it is you do in your spare time, I've got this. I can stay and watch these little people here, these little children. Why don't you just go take a break? That way you won't have to interject your little comments every time I turn a page. Yes, of course, I am required to say that money does not always bring happiness, of course. Like maybe you want to go put some stamps in your little collector's book or something. What do you do? Like go get a lint roller and remove some of the cat hair from your skirt, maybe? I got this. Oh, you're not allowed to leave the room. Well, that's a shame. Maybe you can sort some documents or something. Okay. So yes, a beautiful ring came into Charity Ella's life. Isn't this exciting? She was very happy, as you can see. Charity Ella was just thrilled with this unexpected turn of events. I mean, she was only being happy and helpful and a sparkly friend for this nice old gentleman. She certainly never expected to receive a reward for it. Or maybe it looked like one of these. You could just take your pick. I have several to choose from. So Charity Ella was so happy. And she what? Yes, her nose is completely gone. That's the beauty of plastic surgery. Look, it's undetectable. It's almost like it doesn't exist. It's perfect. And she no longer has to feel self-conscious. And then, yeah, that's right. Happiness abounds. Happiness abounds. Everything is fantastic. Let's give him a name. Let's just pick a name at random instead of just calling him Happy Old Man. How about we call him, I don't know, just something totally random like Huntington Treadwell Jr. How's that, just for a random name? Okay. So Huntington and Charity Ella were so happy together. She would push him up and down the hills going hiking in his wheelchair. Getting him in that kayak was always a trick. That was always kind of difficult, but she prevailed. Uh-oh. Then we turn the page and we find that things have changed. Because as I said, in real life, things don't always go the way they do in fairy tales. Now, do they? But then, and the page changes, and all the life and the color drains away from the page. And we have a worried little person down here. Something has happened. But then, oh no! Huntington Jr. has gone from a happy old man to a dead old man. Oh no! Oh my goodness! And Charity Ella was devastated, as you can see here by her face. She does not look like a doll. I will have you know that I illustrated this book myself. You know, if any of your dads need any illustrating, you can tell them that I'm very handy with a magic marker. Just throwing that out there. I made this book myself with my superior illustrating skills and my ability to draw very well. So we went from a happy old man to a dead old man. Oh no, he has X's for eyes now. Oh dear. So then Charity Ella is left with a decision. What is she going to do? What do you think Charity Ella should do now? What to do? Oh, what should she do? Lay down and die? Honey, no. What is your name? Madison A? Well, Madison A, I will have you know. Why do they call you Madison A? Is that like your whole name? Is it like Madison? Oh, there are multiple Madisons in here. Oh, how precious. Well, Madison A, I will have you know that sparkly friends do not just go lay down and die. Have you not ever heard the song, I Will Survive? Honey, that is our anthem. We do not lay down and die. We get up and we keep going. And we kill it all. So no, Charity Ella will not be laying down and dying anywhere. Unless she's laying down in the chair at the salon to get her hair dyed. Not that she has to do that because her hair is naturally fabulous. No, what Charity Ella decided to do was to return to her place of solace. Her place of contemplation. Where do you suppose she would go to seek solace, to soothe her wounded heart, and to ease her grief? I could go to a church, possibly a place of worship, go to a friend. That's possible, I suppose. Well, no, see, now Charity Ella does things a little differently. Her place of solace is here. As you can see, this is a big building with little bushes. What, Madison A? Oh, no, they look like dollar signs. They're bushes. She goes to the Camden Country Club to seek solace. Because there, maybe she can find someone to comfort her. And when she goes back to the Camden Country Club, Charity Ella is very sad. As you can see from the little tears on her face, she's very sad. But back at the country club, Charity Ella meets a sad old man in gray. Now it's kind of like Lord of the Rings. You know, there was Gandalf the Gray and Gandalf the White. This would be like Gandalf the White, only he's in gray. So it's not like he's reborn or anything, but Charity Ella does notice some similarities between, what did we call him, Huntington Treadwell Jr., and this new man. It could be that they both had similar financial situations, or maybe the same hair color, or something random like that. Our princess has met the Mattress King. Yay! This is a mattress. Can't you? Those aren't bugs. They're you have the little buttons on your mattress, the little things. They're not bugs. Of course, he's not going to sell mattresses with bugs. How disgusting. So he has met the Mattress King. And the wonderful thing about this relationship, like any good relationship, you're going to have differences with people. And of course, Charity Ella and the Mattress King do have differences. I laid it out here in this little pictorial. Despite their differences, like if you look at the Mattress King here, he has an awful toupee, bad clothes, and he has what she came to call DeLorean legs. Like, the doors on the DeLorean open like this. Well, unfortunately, the hinges, his knees bent the wrong way, so his legs kind of swing out like a DeLorean's doors. But despite the fact that he had DeLorean legs, bad clothes, and an awful toupee, and of course Charity Ella is perfect, 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 despite their differences. Doesn't matter. Love blooms. Now, I did mess up on this page. I meant to draw a man here, but instead I accidentally drew this little picture. I have X'd that out and put the Mattress King at the bottom. So you have Charity Ella plus, I didn't mean to put money. Of course, the money doesn't matter. And plus the Mattress King equals love. So it helped to soothe her aching heart, and she found love once again with the Mattress King. And love is rewarding. Love is always rewarding when you have a moneyed friend, perhaps. And this time, I am pleased to announce the ring was even bigger for Charity Ella. Of course, the size of the ring doesn't matter. Little diamond chip, bless your heart. Of course it doesn't matter. You were so cute. Why don't you go sweep something? Is that something you do? Do you sweep or dust? Maybe you could go dust something. Yeah. So I'm just trying to keep you occupied. I don't want to bore you with the story. So here is Charity Ella. And she says, yay, look at my ring. This is beautiful. I love you, Mattress King. So our princess has found a king. How fitting is that? Uh-oh. Not so good. But then tragedy strikes again. Who would have thought that tragedy would strike twice in Charity Ella's life? In less than 6 months. What are the odds of that? Indeed, because the DA is asking, and I'm wondering if any of you might have any statistics on what are the odds. You don't know? Well, you're in 3rd grade. You should be more useful than that by now, but whatever. How did it happen? One has to wonder. How did tragedy strike again? Did something happen to Charity Ella? What do you think? Do you think maybe something happened to her? No, of course not. Charity Ella is fine. Charity Ella is doing great, actually. No, what happened was a freak accident, unfortunately, for the Mattress King. The Mattress King was demonstrating a new fold-up mattress that he was going to sell at all 27 of his southeastern region stores. And you see it stands on this little thing here. It's like little feet that go down on the floor. And he was demonstrating it by lying in the middle of it. Now, let me just say, The Mattress King had oops, had a great heart, but he was very tiny and he was very frail. He was like a baby bird. And while he was lying on the mattress demonstrating its use, unfortunately, it went snap like an alligator's jaws, just snap. It grabbed him up and folded him in half, and it turned him into a little taco, and unfortunately, he passed away. And now, instead of a happy old man, unfortunately, we have a squished old man. It's very unfortunate. His head didn't pop out of the top like this. I just wanted to show you that his tongue is lolling out. We have little X's for eyes, and his toupee is completely gone because it kind of blew it off the top of his head like a wine cork, like a champagne cork. It just went flying from what Charity Ella heard. Of course, she wasn't there. She was at home testing out their own mattress. So now we go from sad old man to happy old man to squished old man, all in less than 3 months. And unfortunately for the community in which Charity Ella lived, this aroused some suspicion. All the people in her circle and at the Camden Country Club started to wonder about Charity Ella. What is she really doing? And it started to give them pause. Whereas before they were very interested in speaking with her and found her quite bubbly and sparkly. Now they had their doubts as to what her real motives were. But of course we know she has no motives other than to simply be a good sparkly friend to some delightful elderly gentleman. That's all. And there was nothing more to it than that, of course. But so the police may not believe that. And no matter how many times she tries to explain it, doesn't seem to matter. But suspicion was aroused in the community. And then we end up with this. Here we have Charity Ella. Now she is smiling because she is innocent. And we all know that princesses are not capable of lying. Charity Ella is indeed a princess. Look at how beautiful she is. Perfectly innocent. She's even back to her beautiful dark red lipstick that she loves so much. Her hair is beautiful. She got rid of those pesky brown streaks. It's all blonde, all beautiful. Totally innocent, I might add. I don't know if I've mentioned that. She's completely innocent of all these charges. But then all of the remaining elderly gentlemen in the community around the country club reacted like this. Ah, get your walkers, run away. And they stumbled and staggered away as fast as their little bent tiny legs could carry them. Bless their hearts. And it's hard to do, like if you have one of the tennis balls blow out on your walker and you can really stumble. They all ran from Charity Ella as fast as they could. Charity Ella started to feel like a pariah, like she was completely unwanted in her own community that she rightfully belongs in. Because Charity Ella was meant to be a beautiful princess, a pretty, pretty princess, with all the sparkles and diamonds that the world can offer. So what can she do? What could she do to convince everyone that she's not a monster, she's not evil, and she's certainly not a murderess? Oh, believe me, Madison, Charity Ella's tried that. She's tried telling them and she's tried talking to them, but then they just said she came off as overly defensive, like she had something to hide. How ridiculous. So that brings us to this question in this interactive story. Now what? What should she do? Well, Charity Ella had an idea. Charity Ella thought it might be a great idea to go to these schools in the area and read stories to the little children and have teacher individuals allow her to come. And maybe if word got out to the elderly gentlemen in her community that she was doing this wonderful charity work, maybe they would change their mind about her and start inviting her to parties again. At any rate, Charity Ella has decided that it's worth a shot, and she knows, she has every confidence that it's going to work and that her future happiness is guaranteed. So rest assured, young people, Charity Ella is going to be just fine. The end. Oh, there's no need to applaud. Oh, you weren't going to. You're just scratching your eye. Okay, sorry. Anyway, my hope is that every one of you learns valuable lessons today about what it means to persevere. Does everyone know what perseverance means? It means you don't give up. Even when you have elderly gentlemen dropping around you like flies, you don't give up. You just keep going. Okay? Now, understand it's time for you all to go have some lunch. Do they serve that to you? Do they bring it in here and serve? You have to go get it. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, well, Teacher Individual, I'm done here. So if you would go fetch my car, that'd be great. Oh, you don't? Okay, fine, whatever. I'll just have to fetch it myself. Not that I mind, because I'm all about the community. I'm all about giving back. So if you see any elderly gentlemen, just tell them that. Okay? Well, thank you very much, children. I enjoyed it somewhat, and I hope that one day maybe you too can be a sparkly friend like me. Bye-bye.